Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. The front end is proudly up in the air, but this month's Four Horsemen theme is to slam it down to the ground. I've never tried to do that before, so this should be a challenge, and I hope it'll be fun. Not just for me, but for you too, and thanks for watching. The Four Horsemen are Paul from Diecast Graveyard, myself representing Maple Leaf Customs, Tom from Caliber 50 Customs, and Harlan from Go Bear's Diecast Workshop. We welcome Ron from Somo Diecast, this month's guest horseman. You can see the cars that are coming up to fill out the rest of 2023, and remember, if you don't have the exact casting, use the very closest one that you've got, because we want you to participate and join in with so many others who are doing our monthly builds. I'm taking the car apart as carefully as I always do and giving it a quick look over, but I'm not going to be able to reuse all of these in this project, mainly this base, because it's the Gasser jacked up front end and that's got to go. Later on I'll be making a regular chassis on my 3D printer. That's going to serve my purposes much better for this project. Take careful note as I remove the original Hot Wheels that the rear set are 12mm and the front are 10mm. These are both going to get upgraded to Samed wheels, both in 10mm size, because remember, it's slammed down to the ground. The Chevy Bel Air, especially this second generation design, has been considered an icon of the 1950s. The Gasser design came out of American drag racing, where the front end was jacked up to transfer more weight over the back tires. The look was a hit, and customizers have been going at it on these ever since. Did you know that the 55 to 57s were made in right-hand drive and shipped from Oshawa Car Assembly in Oshawa, Ontario for local assembly in plants all around the world? That's a Canadian connection. In pop culture, a black 1955 Chevy Bel Air was featured in the movie American Graffiti. That film premiered on August 2nd, 1973 at the Locarno International Film Festival in Switzerland. It's true, there's a Swiss connection with this car. Cool. You might know that I live in Basel in northern Switzerland, and it's quite rare to see classic American cars roaming the streets over here. You just don't see them in the wild very often, so you can imagine my surprise when I spotted this beauty. You see the BL license plate for Baselland parked right up my street just about a week ago. What you can see easily is my wife Petra's third appearance for the painted pink breast cancer awareness build. She did all her own work. I'm getting very close to 5,000 YouTube subs, and I'm doing a big giveaway, and I'm also making a Mini Cooper company car for Terrain by Aaron. I want to help my fellow horseman and friend Paul from Diecast Graveyard promote his super huge, ginormous build-off. More information on his channel. It's going to be a multi-stage challenge, the first one being a car representing your favorite band. Going to be super ginormous fun. The Bel Air was primed and then the roof was painted high gloss white, masked off for this color of the main body, and the unmasking is going tremendously well, although I will touch up the tops of those doors with the same crimson body color, which was dictated by the colored glass that I've got to work with. The conversion from a Gasser style to a slammed Bel Air requires that I remove the exhaust pipes that were coming out the side. I could have kept the engine, but I'm going to replace it with one that I think looks kind of sharp. A little bit of oven cleaner and a 10-minute wait takes all the chrome off of this interior piece. Now I'm going to give it a rub on some 120 grit sandpaper just to flatten it right out. Remember, we want to go as low as we can, and this will help towards that goal. Here's my 3D printed chassis. No suspension in the front, that's the main difference. I'll do a dry fit here, as I continue to do all throughout this build. There's the printed chassis. It's the perfect fit. Yeah, that's going to give me a much lower stance. And that's where I'll put the new engine, also 3D printed. This one's called a bug catcher, and it suits the period well. That'll be the last thing that I put in at the end. They're beautiful cars, aren't they? It was a great era for design. This week's community shoutout goes to the YouTube channel Diecast Car Nut, and as always, there's a link in the description for you to quickly access this page and find out all the cool stuff that's going on over there. I always do a quick and light clear coat application and let that set up before I apply decals. Plow King is the online gaming name of the one who's going to be the recipient of this car in a deal that we struck quite a while ago. So this just personalizes it for him. These are the nice Samad wheels, as I said, 10mm in size, front and back. Big shout out to Samad Wheels for being a sponsor of my channel, and there's all the contact information you'll need. I'm sure they've got what you're looking for your next custom job. Use the promo code MAPLELEAF when you make an order, and they're going to throw in a bonus gift for all the viewers of Maple Leaf Customs. I always print more than I need for one job, so these will be future bug catcher engines. I chrome up the front bumper and the back. The whole interior's now matte black, you really don't get to see it. Touch up the headlights and the indicators. Do all of the little fine details that stand out as big ones when you look at the whole car done up. There's a license plate and a Chevy badge on the back. There's that pink glass. Come on, Hot Wheels, you can do better. Heavily modified and ground down interior with the wheel wells virtually removed. And the 3D printed chassis with the Samad wheels. I tighten it up as much as I dare. Now you can see the wheels are free, but it's not a super fast racer, because I slammed the whole thing down low as I could. That had some consequences. The back wheels are really free, the front ones not so much. But even if it's not a winner on the racetrack, it's going to be a good looker on display. I detailed the engine with a little paint and a fan belt. You can see the custom decal work all the way around, including a channel logo. I put a moon take on the front. It'll move across the disc, just not at breakneck speed. It's been a very popular casting for Hot Wheels. I'm sure you've got one or two of these in your collection. But I took it from way up in the air to slam down on the ground. That was the goal in this project, and it sure was challenging. But I hope the recipient will be pleased with how this one turned out, and I want to thank you for watching, and I invite you to leave a respectful comment below. Tell me what you think of the Bel Air Slammed Gasser. This is the display case that it will be shipped in, with a certificate of authenticity and the build number and some Four Horsemen labeling on it, and some King graffiti, which is apropos. Looking good. Thanks so much for watching today. Be sure to catch all of the other Slam Gasser builds. Thanks to Somo Ron for being our guest horseman today. I invite you all to come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.